Let's look at some of the recent contract extensions for some of the best defensive linemen in the NFL. Three of these guys have something in common. Will Anderson Jr. started his career in Houston with Jonathan Greenard. Jordan Davis is a new teammate of Jonathan Greenard, and Jonathan Greenard is now on our show. He has something in common with JG because he's Jonathan Greenard. He's on the Insiders, the new Philadelphia Eagle. Thanks for spending time with us. Congratulations on the deal, on the trade. I say new Eagle. Does it still feel new even this far after the trade and you arriving in Philadelphia?
Yeah, man. Football is football, but every time, you get to go play for, a franchise like this, man, it definitely gets you more excited. Obviously, you get a chance to continue to climb that ladder as an NFL player to get to that ultimate ring. But, man, I'm blessed. I'm just glad to be able to be playing a game I loved as a kid and not for an organization like this.
You obviously ended last season with an injury. I know you did some individual work this offseason. You didn't do the team stuff. How's the shoulder feeling, and where do you think you're going to be by the time training camp opens?
Yeah, shoulder's good. They just took some precautionary stuff, back during OTAs, knowing I didn't need to be doing all the extra fight and stuff, but I could if I need to. But shoot, I'm ready to go whenever it's time to strap the helmet up.
And looking back to the way things ended in the trade process and navigating all of that, when you finally found out that you were going to be an Eagle, I heard that you had to make a quick trip to the airport to even make it all possible. But what was that process like for you?
Yeah, it was crazy. Once it all went through, I got the call from Howie and realized that, hey, it's really real. Howie's a Florida guy as well, so definitely that was some mutual friendships in that aspect. But, yeah, I had to get on a quick flight. I literally was taking a nap with my wife and my now about to be 5-month-old son, and I literally had to jet an hour and some change to the airport to catch a flight that was going to leave in about an hour and 30 minutes, you know what I mean? So I literally had to run through there. Somehow I was able to get through there, but, it was for me, man. And I knew that me making that flight, I knew I was in the right spot.
You've talked about how excited you are to play with Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. Like, what do you envision that's going to be like when you're on the field with those guys?
Yeah, man, it's going to be a disruption. I think those two guys can destroy and take over a game at any point in time, just knowing that they're physical traits. But, just being around the guys so far in OTAs, man, it's just been pretty cool just to get a feel for how they are as human beings outside of football, man. And they're great guys. I mean, JD is already, he's going to bring the energy every single day, but humbleness about him as well. JC is that quiet type of, he can easily turn it on at any point in time. But those two together, man, they just feed off each other. And I told those guys, I'm going to just feed off of y'all and just add to what y'all have already built here. So having those two guys there to obviously hold it down, and obviously guys like Jomo as well, he's going to be doing his thing. So I'm excited just in totality of our D-line be able to disrupt some games and win some games for us.
Jonathan, looking back at your career, you've been under some great defensive minds. Can you kind of compare and contrast these last two between Brian Flores and now Vic Fangio?
Yeah, I mean, they're two masterminds of just trying to have the pen last when it comes to defensive play calling. They're going to try to take away your best option out the way every time, make you beat us in a different variety of ways, while also still keeping it straight up to make sure we can just, play line up and play football as well. So having a DC like him now, you kind of already understand how he wants to take over games and how to trick with the opponents. He loves to put guys in good positions to have better matchups against certain guys, similar to Flo as well. Flo, he's going to send it however many ways he possibly can. Same with Vic. I just think it's pretty cool to kind of see how they both model their games, to their respected, mentors or guys that they model their schemes off of. But to have both of those guys, know how to use their guys and have done it at a high level for a long time. And I'm definitely excited to be able to be a part of this team for sure.
I wonder what your initial interactions have been with Nick Sirianni, because he comes across as intense, at least from the outside, pretty intense guy, pretty excitable. What have you gleaned from being around him these first few months?
Yeah, one thing I can respect the most is when I first met him, he doesn't like to blow smoke up people's ass. Excuse me, I don't know, post a cuss word, but he's just not one of those guys. I mean, he's going to give it to you straight up. He's just going to demand the best out of every single person in that building. Nothing goes unnoticed. They're always watching everything, evaluating everything. He's very intense. I mean, I've seen him just from the outside looking in, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I love to play for a guy like that. I mean, because if he's like that already, he's going to be passionate about you when you step between those white lines. So every coach coach that knows me knows that, listen, when I'm bought all into the coaches, man, I run through a brick wall for them. So definitely looking forward to building that. And I've kind of already started doing that in our little short time period in OTAs. But, man, it's going to be great. Another great season. I mean, he's a great coach and the work speaks for itself.
And Jonathan, I think the people in the region are completely fine with that level of swearing. It's going to be fine as you ingratiate yourself to the community. But you got a chance coming up here on the 26th to get back home with your third annual 7-on-7 camp. Can you tell us what we're looking forward to?
Yeah, man. I have it. Obviously, it's going on my third year, but I started out at my former high school, my alma mater, and pretty much just kind of grown it that way. Each year, whoever wins the tournament, they get to host it at their school for a grand prize of $5,000 to the winner. Each year could go up, go down, just based off of how we want to set it up. But I mean, each year's been pretty good, and we've continued to get the same participation from coaches. The community loves it. It gives guys that, whether you're playing a 7A school, you know how Georgia is, and hey, it might be 8A. Whether it's those classifications, got guys in 5A and smaller schools like that, they get a chance to play with guys that are they're going to be future, All-Americans, future first-round draft picks potentially. Creekside, Douglas County, and Langston Hughes, Southwest DeKalb, Wilco coming out of Macon, and of course my high school, Hiram. Those are really a good variety of teams. You got teams that have won the state championship in Creekside last year, and guys are trying to get to the playoffs, or at least just trying to get their guys to be like, hey, listen, if you want to play at a high level, these are the guys you're going to have to play against. And I love the competition, love the exposure for the guys. It's a great time. We have food out there, music, treats. So it's like a event we're going to continue to grow every year, but they definitely want to make it like a family type environment to where guys can, have their families come out and see them play. And it's right before the dead week they have in high school to where they can't do anything. So it's pretty much a good segue to get them a little break afterwards where it's kind of lighthearted while still competing. Yeah,
a chance to play with and against the best and a chance to learn from the best as well. Jonathan Greenard, thanks for spending time with us here on The Insiders. Good luck to you and the Eagles here in 2026.
Appreciate y'all, man. Have a good one.